I always liked Jalen Johnson, but I thought it was gonna be in the context with Trey Young. The thing that I always said about Jalen Johnson, he does a little bit of everything, but I don't think he can be the guy. You remember you and Chris, don't do me like that, bro. You even remember when I said they should go after Jalen Brown. You remember why I said that?
Now you
So
said that. I mean, that's been your stance on this. So I I mean, Jalen Johnson, you can't sit up there and be like, oh, we need to. He's the star. They got rid of Trey for you, so you gotta step up. Now this is your team now.
but all stars aren't created equal. He's not that type of star. We can't try to see this is what I don't like. What they say, a round peg in a square hole. Like he's a facilitating transition, rebounding wing. Like he is really good at rebounding, facilitating, scoring in transition, and stuff like that. He gonna give you 20, 10, and 5. It's kind of like Chris Webber. He kind of remind me, like he impacts the game kind of like Chris Webber to me. It's like I'm gonna be good throughout the game, but I'm not gonna be closing games. I said they should have kept Trey Young. They should have made it work. What did you say on Friday?
I,
Make it enough.
man, aren't they doing better without him?
Yeah, but they ceiling is lower. Like they not gonna be able to win none of these close games. Donovan, see, yeah, you didn't see what Donovan Mitchell did in that third quarter,
But
bro.
it's a close game, man. Every game, nothing. They
You
gonna
got
be okay. They have guys that can. You don't think that Nikhil Alexander Walker has proven that he can do something? You don't think that CJ McCollum he can hit big old halftime shots in the future?
maybe halftime shots, not game winning shots. Like it's getting crazy, bro. Y'all gotta quit disrespecting Trey Young, man. They needed that level of closer when playoff times come. Look,
So,
okay, I got the stats.
so the Wizards gonna be just this dominant team next year.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
All right.
All I'm saying is the Hawks had everything with Trey Young and Jalen Johnson. Now they took an element away from their team that they're going to need. They can't close games. What happened with Jalen Brunson? He
Look,
absolutely took over. What happened with Donovan Mitchell? He absolutely took over. The Hawks don't have a takeover guy. Y'all acting like y'all don't see that. And I'm not saying Jalen Johnson ain't good, but that's not his thing. Okay, listen to these stats, please. Jalen Johnson, 21 points versus the Knicks. Let's break down his points. He had 9 points in the first, 7 in the second, 2 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. 12 points versus the Cavs, just absolutely kind of terrible. And he fouled out. But he had 6 points in the first, 2 in the second, 0 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. Like, yeah, this ain't gonna cut it when you trying to establish yourself. And were playing for a bid into the playoffs. They needed one more game. Jalen Johnson, you fouled out and gave me 12 points. I'm saying I'm not even just being critical of him. I'm saying he's not that. He's not finna be that guy. And I think it's okay. But now you have to find a guy that's gonna be that guy. I like Nikhil Alexander Walker, but he's a third guy. So yeah. Jalen Johnson's the second guy. Nikhil Alexander Walker is a third guy. And that's going to come back to bite him in the playoffs. And CJ McCollum is even worse than Trey Young. And it's kind of gonna be like, okay, that's all.
I mean, we gonna see. So you don't really believe in them that much. I mean, they could potentially be playing Cleveland in the first round. So,
I think they're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a tough out, Chris, but they ain't got a closer. We just seen it back to back. We see this one thing I don't like about y'all. Y'all act like the regular season means absolutely nothing. Sometimes these be key games. They had back-to-back national TV games against playoff teams. You finna go to the playoffs. You a young upstart team. You got to get some of these wins. So when you lose to a Knicks, you lose to a Cavs, and your best player looks terrible in these second halves and just bad overall against the Cavs. That's a problem because the Evan Mobley and Jared Allen gonna be a problem for Jalen Johnson. So I don't know. I just something I'm monitoring, and y'all go try to shit on Jalen Johnson, which is cool, but I kind of want to solve the problem of not having a closer. Go get Jalen Brown. If the Celtics fizzle out, go get Jalen Brown, bro. I can't get it out of my brain.
yeah, but that's probably not very likely at the moment.
So you saying if Boston, let's say Boston go at the second round, you don't think Jalen Brown becomes available?
I think he would become available. I'm just saying, I don't think the Boston's probably gonna be going out in the second round.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can look comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind. Need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line. Any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.